a lot of hard work. I'm not talking about my campaign because I expected to do a lot of hard work, but it was hard work for a lot of people in here, and thank you all for doing that. I want to start off by thanking lots of people. The first person I'm going to thank, though, isn't here, and that is, actually, he is here. And then I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because he won the victory before we even had to vote. and I'm grateful for that. And I really want to thank all of those who helped. And I apologize because I know I'm going to miss some people. But I do have to thank one person who can't be here because she's ill, is Latoma Huff. That little lady, I took bags out, plastic bags out, with my palm card, with an introductory letter, with an introduction to what Republicans believe, on the back of which was a list of all the candidates, and my little magnet that I gave out to everybody. She filled over 9,000 of those for me. And every time I turned around, she called me and said, "Wow, I got another 200. Go on over and get them." And what a wonderful thing. Ann Abbott and Dennis Abbott, they were out there planting signs. What a great thing. Nancy Peck for all of her encouragement. And there she is. She's even here. and Colby's been with me for 4 campaigns. I couldn't do it without the advice that young man has. I've got a guy by the name of Nick Noyes. I'm not a Facebook guy. I don't get on Facebook. I think if I got on it, I'd have to stand up on it or something. I don't know. But I don't get on Facebook. And I think that was a deterrent to the Democrats because they couldn't figure out anything about me. They didn't know anything about me. So they had to make up stuff. And they made up a lot of stuff. And there were countless and countless others that the time just doesn't permit me, that promoted and encouraged and did all the kinds of things. And I want to thank you all of you, for not retaliating, because when you retaliate, you begin to lose track. And you stayed on message, you stayed on on the things that we're going to win on, and the things that we're going to make the state better with as we go through. Some of you know this, maybe not all of you do, but my opponent says that education was high on his list. And then he started talking about how we had defunded education. We need to put more funding in education, and we need to put more funding out there. We need to pay teachers more, and on and on and on. And at the end of his conversation, he would say, "Oh, and by the way, after we get these things done, then we're going to devote some attention to making it better for students to learn." Well, I spent 35 years teaching public school, and I've spent another 20 years teaching at the college level. And you know what? Anything that does not put a focus on the relationship between a teacher and a student first is a waste of time. Funding education, and putting more funding in education, and expecting it to be better is kind of like putting more fuel in a furnace in someone's home and expecting more heat out of it. You can't do that. You gotta either change the furnace or fix the furnace, and that's what we have to do in education. We're going to do that. We've got some plans down at the State House. I think you're going to see some really radical things that are great things for the state of Iowa and probably the nation as we do that. I want to thank someone really, really special. James, come on up. Come on up here. Let somebody else take the pictures. Come on up here. This is my wonderful wife. And she provided a wind beneath my wings, and I couldn't have done anything without her. She really did it. We cried together, we laughed together, and now we win together. So that's the way it is. Okay, so let's see now. I'm a musician, so. And so you really did kick the Democrats with your foot? And so you did that by voting for Republicans. Thank you. If you all heard my commercials, I don't know how many people that I talked to who said, "Those commercials are driving me nuts. I I can't get them out of my head. I can't get the music out of my head. The other day I was interviewing with a reporter from KSCJ, and at the end of it I said, "You want to sing my jingle?" And he did. It was great. But thank you all. Thank you all for Republican. Thank you all for supporting this congregation.